line. At their own 19-yard line.
Chad Hutton, 70 in. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch your out. Chad Hutton.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Second and 3. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score early.
They really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerves showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're forced to play catch up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
66. Bullet high. Kill.
Here's Kamara off the draw. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Okay, ready. And watch that. And watch the ball.
He may try and run for this. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Houston. It's their quarterback. 57 yards. as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown to the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? Black, 50 seconds to mine. Hey, let's get a conversion. Back to you. I'm going back to you.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check.
Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Johnson, 44 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After one, it's 13-6. head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Kill.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. Fighting through. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
He's coming. Double up. Wait. He's coming. Double up. Check 52. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Easy. That's me. Green, triple team.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Michael Thomas. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He was brought down by Malik Collins. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
I smell fear in that
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Second and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll throw now on the final play. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is taking you to the 13. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They keep it with Henry on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Here I come again.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check 43. Check 6. Hey, let's get a conversion. White.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Thomas has got it, complete. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Michael Thomas, 47 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Let's get it. At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch one. Quan.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Tyus Bowser. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw.
Playmakers, no matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Crunch. Check three, check three, check three.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Johnson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Carlos Dunlap showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Eluding the press. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, watch 85. Watch 85. Oh, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, thump. Let's go.
Henry running right. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and think.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
First down, Texans.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go play action here on first down. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 55 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for two. They'll look to throw again. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
You better be afraid of me.
Jameis to throw it. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. A big game there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. A first down carry for Henry. He will push his way down to about the 14. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because it's going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.